Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Misa Narrates and this is my digital space. I hope you enjoy. Now first things first, I really just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribed, who commented, who liked, who shared especially. I have personally never experienced, YouTube success wherein a video I post gets to 100 views on the same day. So that's a milestone for me. That's a milestone for us. And I just wanted to say thank you first and foremost. The review is here to stay, it would seem, from what I've been hearing on social media, and, shout out to my good people on WhatsApp as well. This is a series that they really enjoy, and shout out to specifically Bunta Mvula for acknowledging the fact that the review is meant to be an opinion-based show, or an opinion-based space that is premised in critique and appreciation of film. So not emotive response, but more about the technicality of the production from what I understand film study to be. So again, thank you to everybody that has participated. Thank you to everybody who has just kind of been really supportive, man. This is so sweet. But anyway, that's beside the point. Today is April 8th. It's 20 minutes past 8 o'clock in the evening. And it's a certain someone's birthday as well. It's the Big Hash's birthday. And on his birthday, he gifted the country with the visuals for his song Amnesia. Now, the song Amnesia was published about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks ago. And we lapped it up. It was very pink. That's how the cover art was very pink. It was very color therapy-esque. And now the song has visuals. We're still in quarantine. It's April 8th. Allegedly, we're supposed to be getting out in a couple of weeks, but I'm sure I will have recorded another episode of the review by then, so you'll know whether or not we were still in quarantine. But Amnesia by the Big Hash. That's the music video for today. And I have very high expectations, in all honesty, I'm not gonna lie, because he had a really amazing single called Circles that catapulted his career. And the music video that went with it was quite the moment. So just to get some house rules or house, introductions in order. The artist in question is the Big Hash. The song is called Amnesia. The director is Art by TK. The director of photography is Bands Worldwide. The editor is SXMZX. The producer and engineer is Elize. Unfortunately, I can't give you their government names because whoever runs the internet wave account where this video was posted did not care to give us government names. So I sincerely hope that, you figure out who they are, and if you enjoy this video, you can give them their roses. If you don't throw tomatoes. So we've got a 3-minute, 49-second video. Let's go. I'm 11 seconds in. First things first, I just read that this video was directed by Art by TK. Either there's a typo in the video or there's a typo in the description box of the video, because on the screen it says a film by Art by XTK. So which is it? I'm confused. Let's resume at 11 seconds.
Don't let me fall for your games. You set me up, then put me down. Wanna move on, wish I could forget your name, girl. No, you better not fuck with me, 'cause all I have left's loving you unconditionally. If you don't feel the same, I'll take it personally. FaceTime, the face and the music. Don't waste time, it makes it confusing. What's on your mind? I'm tired of excuses. I'm tired of you fucking around and speaking codes. Every day's the same old episode. Maybe you should calm down and take it slow. Maybe we should take a break, you need all the time to grow. Can't be faking the smile, you ain't a pro. I'm not good with goodbyes, just let me go. Maybe this is a sign, shit, I suppose. Maybe this is advice I should've known. Don't let me fall for your game. You set me up, then put me down. Wanna move on, wish I could forget your name, girl. No, no.
A minute and 54 seconds in, this goes completely against what I had initially thought I would see immediately. So when I saw the promo video, there was a lot of purple, orange, if I'm remembering correctly. So I was expecting a lot of color off the jump, right? Off the bat. And then the video starts and it's grainy black and white. Palm trees, what else? Homes. And then it becomes very clear that they're, gonna shoot in a home. Now, what do I think of the set? I think it's nostalgic. Like how they decided on the black and white, how they decided on the palm trees vibe. It gave me very like Beverly Hills, but not exactly. Like local Beverly Hills, let's call it that. And then the home itself is very beautiful, but you can see that it's like a home. I think when we think about rap music and we think about like rap music videos or hip-hop music videos, we expect this really cold, unlived-in looking mansion, but this looked like just a very large home from an upper middle class family, if not quite a wealthy family. The house itself was white, plays again on the black and white concept, not that we can see any color, but the contrast is nice. Hash is seen like in different places in the house, or outside of the house I should rather say, because we haven't actually gone inside. The one area he's seated on top of the gate or the wall, I presume, and then the other area he's by the pool kind of like rapping to himself, and then the other area he's on the balcony, again, just kind of up there. So the song, to my understanding, is about a failed relationship and, a relationship that has now come to close, but that is still, missed, even though there are clearly some character and development issues that have transpired between the two people that he's speaking of. So bearing that in mind, he just seems lonely out of love by way of the song. If you're listening to the song straight up, he seems lonely out of love, but jaded out of love as well. And so in this video, like seeing him solo, no female character, up to now at 1 minute and 54 seconds, it plays on that whole like he's alone and don't nobody check for him like that. From a fashion perspective, I'm trying to remember now, from a fashion perspective, he's wearing Ivy Park. Now, for those who do not know, Big Hash is affiliated with Adidas. Now, I don't know how Adidas does their local partnerships. For instance, Puma is very clear, like so-and-so is an ambassador. Whereas, I don't even know, like, who is the mouthpiece of Adidas. Like, I don't hear much from them. I really don't. And maybe that's by choice, but, whatever. In the video, the Big Hash is wearing Miss Beyonce's Ivy Park 2020 collection, back when we were in greater times, my goodness. Anyway, let's call up. He is wearing this fit by Ivy Park. There are only so many ways you can wear the Ivy Park clothes if you're going to be head to toe Ivy Park, which he is. So from a styling perspective, I'm not getting like, oh my God. I'm getting the sense that this was a very clear cut. It's like that. It's a good combo. White t-shirt, blue jeans, and Nike Air Forces. Shout out Kai from Creative Corner. But that's a combo that doesn't fail, you know, and what he's wearing in this instance is also, again, a combo that doesn't fail. But let's continue, see what else is in store. Oh, my mistake. On top of this combo not failing, then what was beautiful was the transition between black and white to the color that I had as seen in the promotional videos. So, or in the promotional video, because there was only one. That was just lovely to see the gradient move from left to right across the screen. From an editing perspective, yeah, we'll get into that at the end. We'll get into that at the end.
Everything I did was out of love, and you knew. And you built up these walls, and I was trying to break through. Girl, you know I had to make do. Then you started acting brand new. The minute I opened my arms again, you got someone else to run to. How many times a nigga gotta tell you I'm down with all these hoes? How many lies you gotta tell a nigga you bound to get exposed? You had too many dimes and Bella Rose, saying shit on the phone that you never saying at home. Things are getting too hard, out of control. Losing my train of thought over Patron. Tired of you fucking around and speaking codes. Every day is the same old episode. Maybe you should calm down and take it slow. Maybe we should take a break, you need all the time to grow. Can't be faking the smile, you ain't a pro. I'm not good with goodbyes, just let me go. Maybe this is a sign, shit, I suppose. Maybe this is advice I should've known. Don't let me fall for your games. You set me up, then put me down. Wanna move on, wish I could forget your name, girl. No, no.
Okay. So, this is a good video. It's a good video. Let's pick up from where I last spoke to you. So, once the color had changed, and now, you know, he's speaking in color, and it almost seems like he's in the moment now. This is where we're watching his life kind of play out. That's when you start seeing the introduction of new characters. The first character being his good friend, and I don't know if Internet Wave is a label necessarily, but they definitely have different artists on their roster. One of the artists who was easily identifiable was Pop's Not the Father. Yes, that is his stage name. Shout out. And him and Big Hash are kind of like doing a little, you know, bro code type of handshake in the frame, and then they're walking towards what looks to be a stage. And then we see, you know, the transitions between Hash being on stage, Hash being backstage, and again, lonely in love, or lonely out of love in the presence of, like, his success, really. So he had a huge year in 2019. He had a huge song come out, you know, Circles. And so what we were seeing as well in the video were scenes from his performances, what it looks like from the DJ booth, what it looks like for him. And then what was interesting is the only woman that we really can identify, and we can't even identify her because personally I don't know this woman, she's not necessarily famous, but the only woman who's in this video that is clear as day is a fan whom he's taking, you know, a video or a picture with. And that's the only woman throughout the whole video. So from that perspective, I like the fact that this was devoid of women, because again, it would be really weird to have a song about being lonely out of a love that has since passed, lonely and jaded, and then there's like girls galore, especially because the lyrics are all about how this girl, you know, was just moving a bit shisty, it seemed, based on how he was singing. And there was, of course, I think my favorite scene was when he was in the mirror, which reminded me a lot of like how when you're upset about something, you have like a mini argument by yourself and you throw up your gang signs and you hype yourself up. Think Issa Rae, Insecure. Now I said we would talk about the editing. I haven't forgotten. I feel many ways about this style of editing, only because I find that it's very, very trendy. This style of editing, it has existed for years. Don't get me wrong, it's existed for years, but it was definitely popularized and made obvious and in everybody's faces with Kim Kardashian's like at home back in the little house in the backyard. This image set right here, that's what kind of popularized it and made it take place. We see a lot of that style of editing with Keeping Up with the Kardashians. So from that perspective, I'm just not hella moved by that style of editing because, one, it doesn't strike me as timeless. If in 5 years the trend is not that, then it's gonna be like, okay, well, what did we do? Why did we take this approach? And then there were moments where like, that style of editing reminds me too much of Instagram. My expectation is that I'm in YouTube, I'm in the video, I'm in that space. I'm not in Instagram. And I almost feel like, to a degree, it did not amplify any kind of messaging that was trying to be conveyed. And so because of that, it didn't strike me as necessary. It struck me as like a nice to have, but should actually do without. The part of the editing that I really appreciated, actually, was when it was a side-by-side screen. I liked that juxtapositioning. That was quite nice. The color, again. So we've spoken about how it went from black and white, very, very nostalgic, to with color, but still nostalgic. And the nostalgia really was brought across not only by the scenes of, the first minute and a half, about 2 minutes. It was really driven home by how grainy this thing was. Now, when I watched it through the first few moments, I thought to myself, maybe I'm watching it on 360p, maybe I'm not watching it on 1080. And then I changed it, and I realized it was shot in 4K. And when I went even higher in terms of the definition, it was still grainy. So again, that was part of their aesthetic. Where I will give the editing big ups, I can't remember exactly now that I'm speaking, but there was a moment where Hash was singing along the lines of going away, leave me alone, I don't want to be bothered. And then in that moment, that's when the editor by the name of XMZX, because I don't know your name, that's when they added in a picture, like a little video insert of a plane moving across the screen. That was it's small, tiny details like that, and I know they seem really inconsequential, and to some people they might be, but I liked it. There weren't too many close-ups. There weren't too many super candid shots. Would they have been appreciated? I think so, but I also don't think that it was a make or break situation. Without it, we were fine. You know what I'm saying? What else? Again, styling was very, 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 very simple. In fact, I think I low-key saw the combo that I was talking about with the white shirt and jeans or darker bottoms or whatever, because there wasn't a whole lot in terms of fashion in this music video. But then athleisure wear is also very the fashion statement in and of itself is comfort. I think the rating out of 10 is the thing. But I feel like we really need to come up with a real scoring system. So, because, consistently we talk about fashion, we talk about the editing styles, we talk about the character development, we talk about, what else do we talk about? We'll figure it out. But I think we'll figure out the 5 things that we have to touch on, and then each thing will have to be equal to 2 points, and you can either get 1 or you can get 2. That way we can finesse, and then we'll figure out how we move afterwards. But for the time being, because that system is not yet set up, we're just going to move on with the out of 10 that we used for the You're the One video. It didn't really have a system, it didn't really have a way to do things, but we figured it out. And so for me, given all that I've just said, I would put this video at I'd say an 8.5 out of 10. And I say that because my main beefs with this video were the editing styles that were made use of. And on top of that, like the lack of styling, but that's just me being pedantic and petty. Because I like clothes. I like clothes. I want to see you in your clothes, all of them. Wear them all, you know? And also, like, I can't judge him on makeup because boys don't usually pay attention to, like, makeup on video sets. And there was no listed makeup artist here, so I appreciated... You know what, actually, if we're going to keep it 100, I can confidently say 8 or 8.5 out of 10 because I feel like the essence of the song, which translated to me as lonely and jaded outside of love that ended perhaps prematurely. That was my understanding and comprehension of the song. And I felt like the video aptly communicated what a post-mortem of that relationship and what a jaded personality and what loneliness outside of love would look like. And that's that on that. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've subscribed. I hope you've liked. I hope you've commented, told a friend, called a friend. You know, if you talk shit with a friend, I hope you both watched on separate accounts for the views. But thank you so much for tuning in. And again, I'm Misa Narrates. This is my digital space. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.